Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Manchester United emergency meeting. In tonight's show, we're literally going to talk about Ruben Amorim's debut as Manchester United manager, how I thought the game went, etc. Apologies, I am a little bit late. Well, I'm not sorry, really, because I was watching the end of the darts, Luke Littler against Luke Humphreys. So, yeah, once again, I do apologise for that, but there you go. It is what it is. The match went on a bit longer than what I thought. Big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to my YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button, because I post plenty of Manchester United content on here. And please subscribe as well to my football channel and F1 channel. The links are in the description to this video. Comments. We have a couple of people in the building. Oh, hi, Petrol FC. Congratulations on 600. Wow, that's amazing, mate. Big up to Dynamite 14 as well. Anfield Agenda is so deleted, I can't stand him at all. And I don't like the person who I can't stand him. And okay, fair enough. But yeah, big up to every single one of you live and logs in this evening. So, Ruben Amorim's debut, how do I think it went? Am I happy with the point? Yes. Would I have liked all 3 points? Of course I would have. But I see it as a positive start because I was encouraged at what I've seen. No doubt about it, it will take a few matches to implicate the style play and the players to get used to it, like this 3 in the back and that. So, but definitely you could tell the players looks up for it, and he was very satisfied on the touchline. But he looked so dejected though when we conceded that goal. But what a goal it was by Ipswich Town. Fair play, yeah. Absolutely fair play to them. Manchester United are in crisis. Get out of here, man. It's only one game, mate. Dear me. But yeah, anyway, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the next couple matches. I mean, we got a Europa League tie on Thursday, and we got Everton next Sunday against Daddy Dyche. Wow, my Everton. Daddy Dyche. Everton are on decent form recently. They're unbeaten in a few matches. So, would you say Manchester City in crisis now? Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I will be doing a video about it at some point. When I get a spare moment on my football channel, I will be talking about it. And no, I'm not a YouTuber who likes to twerk for rivals. I only like to talk about rivals on the odd occasion because I don't want to become one of them YouTubers who just does things like clicks, views, retweets, anything like that. Nope, not interested in any of that one bit. But would I talk about rival on the odd occasion? Yes, because I do like to talk about other football teams. But will I do it on a regular basis? Absolutely not. Let's get the narrative right here, people. But, I still thought today, really, there were some fine average performances. And I will be making it very clear in player ratings. I really will when I do player ratings tomorrow. I'm not doing that live, I'm just doing that as a normal upload. But tomorrow night, look who it is. Oh, big up to you, Mike. Bosh, big up to you, mate. How are you doing this evening? Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. But wow, unbelievable by Manchester United in the first half. I mean, I thought we were very, 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 very good in the first half, but then second half, not so good. And it just goes to show the same problems remain. What time is it for you? 22:42 p.m. for me here in the UK, mate. So approaching 11 p.m. time. Yeah, he just did Petrol FC. It's a good finish, so fair play. Fair play to him, yeah? Let's get the narrative right here. But, what I seen during the game, no doubt about it, we still have a lot of issues to resolve. We really do. Make sure you're subscribing to my football channel because tomorrow I'm going live for the Newcastle United versus West Ham United's game. I'll be doing a live watch along of that tomorrow night on my football channel. And at some point this week, I'm going to talk about Real Madrid. That's okay. Thanks for tuning in anyway, Petrol FC. But yeah, that's okay. No worries. But yeah, I'll be going live for that game. Looking forward to that. Now, obviously, I have a bit of a soft spot for Newcastle United. I call them my second team in the Premier League, so I look forward to watching that tomorrow night. Hopefully, the team can grab all 3 points because they could do with a couple of wins. The team, I'm not going to lie, they've been struggling a bit this season. Like, they've had a few injuries and that. Well, last season, they had a lot of injuries, the team. So, yeah. And obviously, Man United's women lost 1-0 to Chelsea women, but fully deserved to win for Chelsea women. They are landing the minerals at the moment in the WSL. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? They're absolutely toying with their opponents. But I thought we did well to stay in the game, to be honest. We got very unlucky when we hit the crossbar because what a goal that would have been. But, Mark Skinner's doing a decent job this season, and I'm confident we can bounce back the next game. Big up, Josh, mate. Good to see you, mate. Big up to you, Adam. Bosh to you as well, mate. But, yeah, first half was really enjoyable. Second half didn't really create much. That's the most frustrating thing for me. We just did not create much at all in that second half. So we do have a lot of things to resolve still. Now, I know it's not going to happen overnight. And like I said, it's going to take a couple games for Ruben Amorim's system to gel through to the players. But if we don't beat Everton, then already he's looking a bit under pressure because you cannot be affording to drop so many points recently in a quick amount of space of time. If you start dropping points, you're under pressure immediately. Because unfortunately, these days in football, you get no time at all, I'm afraid. But am I still going along with this trust the process nonsense? No. Am I behind Ruben Amorim? Yes, 100%. But I'll never go along with that trust the process bollocks. I really won't, because I'm a football fan who was born in the 90s, way before social media. So no one will ever draw me into PR because I hate PR. I call out the PR. The PR in the Premier League stinks. As a couple YouTubers say, it's a PR Premier League, because it is, because there's so much PR in the Premier League. It's a joke and a disgrace, man, honestly. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely hang it right. At bad weather, it was Josh, mate, this weekend. It was wet and windy, mate. A lot of rain and very strong winds as well. But we usually get them this time of year, to be honest. Them really strong winds. Usually happens in the autumn. But it's crazy because we've gone from about temperatures that were only 2 degrees to 15 degrees. I mean, it's mental. Absolutely mental. But big up to every single one of you who's live and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you are a Manchester United fan, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? Because I do plenty of Manchester United content. And make sure you are subscribing to my football channel. The link is in the description. And also my F1 channel is in the description to this video as well. The Chelsea women is being run better than the men's team. I would agree that Danny Knight 14, 100%, mate. You know, no doubt about it. The Chelsea women's team are being run a heck of a lot better than what the men's are. You know, the men's still have issues, no doubt about it. Chelsea could go back Manchester City next weekend. They could, absolutely. Because Manchester City had got to go to Anfield, and Manchester City never really seem to do well at Anfield, do they? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right. But, you know, we'll wait and see what happens. But I just feel Liverpool are going to be too strong for Man City in that game. Because look at Spurs, they completely bullied Man City on the counter attack. And when is the last time you saw Man City so open on the counter attack? I mean, it's bloody insane, honestly. I was not expecting this in a million years, but no doubt about it. They are missing Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne is not the same player as what he was. And Kyle Walker, his pace has gone as well. I mean, let's get it right here, people. Let's absolutely get the narrative right. Not got me cold this week, like I was last week. It was so cold. What does it, Josh? Mate? I don't like the winter. Autumn and winter are my two favourite seasons. So yes, I was a fan of that cold spell, mate. Because I just love the cold weather. I always have. Liverpool going to cook them in midfield. They are missing something. Pep needs to try something different. I mean, I just feel Liverpool going to be too strong for Man City in that game, to be honest. I mean, Salah, Diaz, Nunes. I mean, I just think they'll cause them so many problems. I'm not going to lie. And if Liverpool win that game, then no doubt about it, they are title favourites, in my opinion. What a grand job Army Slot is doing. Fair play to him, yeah? Let's get it right. Absolute fair play to Army Slot. He's came in, took over from Jurgen Klopp. Good evening to you, Hayden Cox. But you shouldn't be happy for point, Mr. PR. Get out of here, man. But big up to you, mate. PR, get out of here. We don't do PR on here, mate. We call it out, don't we? But I know you're just kidding with me, mate. We're having a bit of banter. What a win for Tottenham yesterday, Josh, mate. I watched the game. They were unbelievable. Yes, it was Hayden Cox. I enjoyed that. But the thing is, it made me late starting my emergency meeting. For fuck's sake, Amber, breaks, yeah? Not sustainable making me late starting my emergency meeting. Get out here, man. Seriously. Do you think City need a rebuild next summer? Yes, I do. And possibly, maybe even bring in a couple of players in January. But even if they bring in a couple of players, I just think Liverpool are going to be too strong for them this season. I really do. And you can't rely on Arsenal to go on a consistent run, can you? Yes, they had a good win against Nottingham Forest, but what Arsenal struggle with is consistency. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right here. I mean, oh my goodness me. Arsenal at times are bottlers. I mean, a bit like McLaren in F1 recently, they've been bottlers. Well, it's good news for my team Ferrari, because my team Ferrari could still win the Constructors' Championship. So let's hope they carry on dropping points, yeah? and my team outscoring them in the last two races. Because if we do, I will be officially celebrating my first title in 16 years. Absolutely unbelievable. Chelsea are not in the title race. We are in the top four race. Facts, Day United 14. I agree with you, mate. 100% agree with you, Day United 14. But, you know, it's like Manchester United, all these content creators, I feel these video titles and that, I feel today these content creators have overreacted a little bit, saying, oh, they're disappointed, and this and that. I mean, it's okay to feel disappointed, but come on. You cannot expect change to happen overnight, can you? It will take a little while for the players to gel into the new three at the back system with wing backs and that. We've done it before, but we've never done it with these set of players. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But we cannot afford to drop too many points early, because if we drop points early, then it's not looking good, is it? And Ruben Amorim will be under huge pressure. Trust the process. Fuck the process, yeah? I'll never go along with trust the process. But am I behind Ruben Amorim? 100%. I'm behind Ruben Amorim. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right here. Talksport think Chelsea are in the title race, and Henry talks football. Oh, that mutant would, honestly. Henry talks football, keep twerking off her rivals. I mean, oh my goodness me, man. Just nowhere near as sustainable at the end of the day, is it? Let's get the narrative right here. I mean, Hoyland's come on, Sirski come on. Were they outstanding? No, absolutely not. But were they on long enough to really judge their performances? No. Sirski did fire a shot into like Rose head. I mean, what the fuck was that, man? Sirski is absolute wank at times. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? I don't get why we signed Joshua Sirski. He's not Premier League standards. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? And, well, that was on Eric Ten Hag why we signed him. I think he made a huge mistake signing him, Eric Ten Hag. Did you get my message on Messenger, mate? Have a look, mate. Yeah, because I'm on my other phone. I'm using my YouTube phone for streaming, so yeah, I can look on my personal phone. Yeah, that's not sustainable, Hayden Cox. I mean, fucking heck, man. Well, I'm gonna have to show this. I mean, look at that. Fucking heck, man. That's nowhere near sustainable. £7 for cheesy chips like that. Get the fuck out of here. Man, seriously. What are we doing here, people? Literally overcharging people. Not sustainable, man. Honestly. I mean, what are we doing here, people? Seriously. Henry talks shit, Josh, mate. Yes, he does. 100%. Adam Partridge. He does. He talks absolute rubbish. Oh, these YouTubers who do that do my absolute head in, mate. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? They do my head in, them YouTubers. But just let them do what they want, Mr. Joshy J. Look, they can do what they like, okay? But I'm never going to copy them. Never. Because I am authentic, you know. I do things the real way. I don't cheat on subscribers or anything. I've built my channel up my own style, and I couldn't be any more prouder. Since I've hit the 1K, the growth has slightly slowed down a bit, but all content creators get that moments where they stay on similar numbers and then they just go up and up and up out of nowhere. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? I would take top four this season and win the Conference League. I'll be happy with that. And next season, I want to be in title contention. Well, of course you do, mate, because that should be Chelsea Football Club standards, is fight for the title. But are they in the title race at the moment? No, they're not, because these owners have still got a lot of issues to resolve. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Do I think you made any progress? Slight progress, but no big major progress, I don't think. But yeah, it's absolutely insane how much PR there is in football these days. All these YouTubers clickbaiting their titles and that. Like, already people are saying, oh, the same problems remain, this and that, in their video titles. Yes, we know that, but don't be too harsh on Ruben Amorim, yeah? Because this is his first game. Maybe if it happens in the second game, I'll be more brutal, because I'm not going to drop my standards, but I'm not going to go on at Ruben Amorim. You know, come on, it's his first game. I mean, anyone who does that, get out of here. What are we doing here, people? Chelsea's in the top four race. Yes. Yes, Dynamite 14. You're right. You're not in the title race, you're in the top four race. So let's get it right. But, you know, Manchester United, I mean, Mason Mount coming on. I mean, I'm not going to judge his performance because he didn't come on until late, did he? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely get it right. It's absolutely crazy, man. I am sick and tired of all the PR bollocks what is happening at Manchester United at times. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Hi, Josh, mate. Hope Ruben Amorim can do it, Josh, mate. What big job he's got on his hands, mate. He needs to sell some players in January. He does. Yes, he does. I agree. But the problem is, Ruben Amorim has got most of Eric Ten Hag's team. So, unfortunately, at the moment, he's just going to have to work with what he's got. Let's get the narrative right here. Finally, we see Luke Shaw for once. His hamstring is made out of cotton wool. Oh, tell me about it. Daylight 14. It's just not sustainable, mate, is it? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But, you know, we will get on to some fan reactions in a minute. So, yeah. And who else did I think had a good game today? I thought the captain was okay, number 8. I thought he did okay, to be honest. I thought Ahmad was superb. I mean, we've been crying out for Ahmad to start, yeah? Well done to Ruben Amorim for starting Ahmad. I will literally give him a big thumbs up for that, Ruben Amorim, for starting Ahmad, because I was begging for Eric Ten Hag to start Ahmad, but he wouldn't. Ruben Amorim, he started him, so fair play. That's a big plus. Now start him in the next game, please. Maybe not in the Europa League, but in the Premier League, start him against Everton, please. But I don't think Ruben Amorim will spend money till the summer, Josh, mate. And it depends, Adam. Another thing you got to take into account, mate, is how much money will we have to spend? Because, you know, it's like we had to pay Eric Ten Hag a lot of money for terminating his contracts, and we had to pay Sporting Lisbon a lot of money for terminating Ruben Amorim's contract. So we may not have any money to spend in January whatsoever. If Luke Shaw hamstring goes again, would you sell him in the summer? Probably. I think maybe it might be the right time to move him on. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. But I do like Luke Shaw, though. I'm a huge fan of Luke Shaw. If he stays fit, he's brilliant. You know, one of our best left backs ever. But when he gets injured and that, it's a pain in the ass. It really is. But hopefully he can stay fit now. Hopefully his injury crisis are over. But I'm not going to talk too soon because sometimes players can come back for a game or two and then they're out fucking injured again, aren't they? I mean, but I know it's part and parcel of football. These things happen, but it's so jarring when that happens. Let's get the narrative right here. Manchester United got lots of deadwood to sound January. Yep, we got Eric Ten Hag players, and we still have some Ole Gunnar Solskjaer players as well. Look, fair play to Ipswich today, yeah? They deserve the point. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? They absolutely deserve the point. So, fair play to them, yeah? Absolute fair play to Ipswich. And what a goal they scored as well. An ex-Chelsea player. Absolute Hudson, I think. But what a goal it was. Hang on, I'll just look at the goal scorer and I can confirm it for you. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. I'm sure it's Hudson, the ex-Chelsea player who scored for Ipswich. Sure it was. Hutchinson, that's it. What a goal it was by Hutchinson in the 43rd minute. That was a thunderbolt. Yeah, it is down line 14. Former Chelsea player Hutchinson. Who would you sell in January and the summer, Josh, mate? We got some players out in January. You have a bit of money then, Josh, mate. Yeah, we will. I mean, there's so many, Adam, I think who should go, to be honest. But I'll be here for hours talking about it, so I'm not going to go through my list. But so many I would get out the door, man. Seriously, let's get it right here. Right, I will be back with you. I'm just going to make a hot drink, then we'll get on to some fan reaction, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to put the loop back on. Smash the likes as well, as that also helps I channel out an awful lot. I will be right back. Bush. Big up, everyone. Yep, back now. Just made myself a little hot drink and just going to let my decaffeinated tea to stand for a little bit. But big up to every single one of you lying and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. I will get on to some fan reactions in a minute. I would get out number 10 in the summer, Josh, mate. Would you, mate? I mean, he's been bang average for a long time, Adam, hasn't he? So, yeah, possibly, mate. I could possibly see him going, mate. Harry Maguire, you need to sell Lindelof. 21, the Deadwood, and many more Manchester United got to sell. I agree. There's so many players that need to get the fuck out of here. It's like you're conning a living out in this football club. You're literally taking up so much money on our wage bill, this and that. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's get an everything right here, people, yeah? The amount of wages these players must be on. It's like you're robbing us. Someone call the cops, man. They are robbing us of loads of money. But it's the football club's fault, yeah? For literally putting them on this amount of money. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I've had enough, man. Seriously. I've had enough of this football club. Just accepting mediocrity. We want to see our standards raised, yeah? Because I will carry on raising the standards, yeah? I'm not going to let my standards drop to the floor. I am behind the manager, but will they be immune from criticism? No, absolutely not. No chance. It was so nice to have club football back this weekend, Josh. Yes, it was. I agree with you, Adam. I think you need some new midfielders and a new LB. Yes, left back. Yes, because Luke Shaw is not going to stay fit all the time, is he? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely get it right. Oh my goodness me, man. Absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, we'll wait and see what happens. I am excited, though, to see what the future holds with Ruben Amorim. Am I getting giddy about it? No, not one bit. Like, I'm not getting giddy over this result, okay, this draw today. But, you know, I'm not going to go in hard on Ruben Amorim because it's his first game. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, so, yeah, sorry, I was just listening to a message on my personal phone. Oh, mad, absolutely mad. Right, I'm just going to grab my drink and I'll be right back with you. I'll put you back on loop for a few seconds. Josh, mate, how long do you think Ruben Amorim be at United, mate? Well, I'm hoping for quite a long time yet, mate, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Anyway, I'll be back in a few seconds. Bosh, got my cup of tea now, decaffeinated tea, so let's go, people. Right, we're going to get on to some fan reactions now. Hear what others have been saying about the game. Would you sell Mounts next summer or keep him? He's done nothing at Manchester United for 2 years. I mean, he's hardly been fit, has he? At Chelsea, he was staying fit, but he's come to Manchester United and he's always getting injured. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? What is going on with the fitness staff? Seriously. I like your pizza video, Josh, mate. Blue Fan Man does his videos. Yeah, I watch him as well, mate. I like him. Blue Fan Man Day. And he's a Leicester City fan as well. And talking to Leicester City, Steve Cooper has been sacked today. I'm not surprised because to me, he was never the right man for the job, was he? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? He was never the right man for the job. Do talk sorts about Manchester United today. Yeah, maybe a bit later on. But yeah, there's a few I definitely want to get started with. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But big ups to every single one of you who's watching this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button, as I post plenty of Manchester United videos. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Josh J Football channel and F1 channel. Links are in the description to this video. And also, if you are interested in becoming a channel member today, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat, and it's in the description to this video. TalkSport. I'm not a huge fan, mate. You know, I think a lot of the presenters talk absolute rubbish, mate. Let's get the narrative right here, people. But, yeah, we will get on to some fans. So let's go, people. Yeah? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look. Right. Who should we start off with? I know. Let's start off with, yep, Mark Goldbridge.
Stands Manchester United draw 1-1 with Ipswich in Amorim's first game, and without a shadow of a doubt, it's a reality bite, isn't it? I actually might say something a bit controversial here. There's plenty I'm going to say that's controversial, but I actually think this is a good thing. I think a lot of people will be feeling the same way that I do, which is disgusted with some of those performances. The Leopards don't change their spots, do they? You certainly can't polish a turd. But from Amorim's point of view, he's probably had a better result today than Ollie did when he started, because Ollie had a massive bounce on a trampoline and won his first 7 and ended up sacked because the players gave up. The players couldn't even be arsed in this game. They pulled a Ranić. They basically pulled a Ranić. They decided, you know what, this is too hard. We can't do this. But hopefully Ineos have got the balls.
I wouldn't go as far as that. You know, I still thought they showed a bit of fight today, especially in the first half, but the second half was abysmal. Yeah, I quite like Andy Goldstein, to be honest, Adam. I think he's all right.
To back Amorim, because Amorim will have learnt more today than he would have done if we'd won our first 7 games. The reality is what we saw today is what we as United fans know to be the truth. If we'd gone and won 5 or 6-0 and then beat Everton and Arsenal and everybody else, we'd have known the crash was coming at some point in relation to the players would just stop. And what we actually saw today was the truth. And I actually think short-term pain, long-term gain, rather than long-term fake results and then short-term fake results and long-term pain. And can I just say as well, how disgusting it must be for Amorim to sit there tonight or on the bus home or whatever and go, I've come into this football club with a massive amount of hype and a massive amount of positivity. And most of those players couldn't even be asked to give me an average performance, let alone a good performance. I mean, you would think with all the positivity and all the interviews and all the smiling in training and all the winning photos, which I told you we shouldn't start doing, but bloody winning photos back this week. I went to even bloody won a game. With all that hype, the players yet again let a manager down and don't even turn up. And I think that's absolutely shocking. And the other positive is that this has got nothing to do with the manager. Nothing to do with
I agree. Second half, the players were abysmal. They hardly showed any fight whatsoever in the second half. I mean, let's get the narrative right here.
Manager at all. He's probably only trained those players 3 or 4 times. Some of those players have been here 3 or 4 years. Some of those players have worn that Man United shirt over 100 times. Amorim's been here for a matter of days. You cannot judge a manager on a few days. Jurgen Klopp started badly at Liverpool. Look what he did. So you can't judge him on that. But what you can judge is the players. And that doesn't mean that Ten Hag shouldn't have been sacked or Ollie shouldn't have been sacked or anything like that. But we do know that there is a recurring theme at this football club where the players are the problem. And I'm disgusted today that when we do the player ratings, I'm going to really struggle beyond Onana and maybe Ahmad to give anybody higher than a 6. Really struggle. In fact, I'm going to really struggle to give people average. I thought there were so many below average performances for a game that was, in all fairness, Ipswich should have won. Let's not paint it any differently. Ipswich had the better chances to win that game. So we should have lost that game. We did well to get a point. And it's Ipswich who may well get relegated against Manchester United, who started with 3 players on 300 grand a week or more. It's shocking. It's shocking the return we get. And I'm tired of people making excuses. Oh, he wasn't this bad. He was.
I miss Andy Golson and Jason Cundy doing the sorts at night. I do, Josh, mate. Yeah, they're good together. I agree, mate. I'm just don't agree with you. But, first half performance, I thought the players really tried in the first half, but I get where Mark Goldbridge is coming from in the second half and that. The players didn't really turn up and it was just so flat, man. Let's get the narrative right here. But unfortunately, this is a problem Ruben Amorim's got. When you still have Eric Ten Hag players and a few Ole Gunnar Solskjaer players. I mean, let's get the narrative right here.
Wasn't that bad. I was talking about Bruno and I said the free kick for me wasn't that good. Wasn't on target and didn't beat the keeper. So people are going, oh, you're a Bruno hater. I'm like, I'm not a Bruno hater. I just want him to play well. He's on 300k a week. He's the captain of the team. Ipswich deserve to win. Where are your bloody standards?
So, if you literally criticise a player, you're instantly a hater. Nah, get the fuck out of here, man. It just goes to show that players are not immune from criticism.
We should be getting a lot more. He's meant to be the bloody Martin Odegaard of our team, and I'm not just picking on Bruno. I'm not picking on Bruno at all. It's just a recurring theme of players not putting in a performance. And this, I said it at half time. We played better against Crystal Palace under Ten Hag, and when we drew 0-0. We were better against Crystal Palace when we drew 0-0. We've just drawn with Ipswich and played worse in Amorim's first game. And I'm not saying Ten Hag's better than Amorim. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the players. Why can't the players put in a performance for the manager's first game? Where's the energy? Where's the intensity? Where's the looking of that? We were crap on the ball. We gave the ball away so many times and there was no intensity. And Amorim actually said, when analysing the team in his press conference, he said, we're not very good at keeping hold of the ball and we're not working as hard as we need to. And what did we do against Ipswich today? We didn't work hard enough and we gave the ball away. So the job is absolutely massive. And I hope as well.
I agree with you on that one, Mark. The job is massive, absolutely huge for Ruben Amorim. If fans think we're going to get success overnight, then you're absolutely deluded. It's going to take a while before we start to see major changes happen. I mean, let's get the narrative right here.
People stop talking about top 4 now. I said this. I know Gary Neville said it, and I know other people said it. Gary Neville basically...
We're not getting top 4. because this squad is simply not good enough.
Said, I fancy us for top 4 because the players look like they're buzzing. I mean, what did he see? A winning team photo? I mean, come on, how naive are we going to be? Top 4. Top 4. We've got to be 6 points off top 4 now. And we've got to be 10 places off top 4 now. It ain't happening. And if it does happen, Amorim deserves a bloody statue because we aren't very good. Ipswich should have beaten us and they're in a relegation battle. What are we going to do when we play the likes of Brighton again or, Fulham, Brentford, Newcastle, all these teams? We're going to get beat because it's a hard job. I watched Ipswich today and I thought, you know what the big problem here is? Ipswich have been coached by... It's late November. It's month 4 for Ipswich under their manager. And it's day 4 of training for Amorim. So it's a massive, massive job for Amorim to do. But the good thing is, I think that this just puts more pressure on Ineos. This puts more pressure on the players because as fans, we know the real problems at Manchester United are not the manager. And look, as I said, Ten Hag's gone, Ollie's...
I mean, no doubt about it. It's not just on the manager. A lot of these players are absolute mugs. They only perform when they want to. I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. What are we doing here? Seriously. When you're representing Manchester United, you should be giving your 100% every game. I mean, what are we doing here?
Gone. Ranić's gone. Mourinho's gone. And maybe they all deserve to go. But I always said they weren't the problem. They were a problem, but they weren't the problem. And until we stop thinking that the manager is going to be the guy that changes this, we need better players. It's a footballing IQ issue. We pay too much money to too bad a player. I mean, he's took Casemiro off after 55 minutes. He's on 350k a week. Like, he's took Rashford off after 65 minutes. He's on 300k a week. Why has he took him off? Because they didn't play that well. I think as well, just talking about Amorim, I've got to say, in relation to the game itself, is there anything that I could look at him and go, might have done that a little bit better? And honestly, I'm really struggling because we passed the ball so badly. We really lacked intensity and lost so many 50-50.
Oh, in the second half, the passing was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Shocking.
And I thought the substitutions he made were the right subs. I did. I thought that
yeah, I thought he did very well bringing on them substitutions. First big decision he had to make, bringing on subs, and fair play to Ruben Amorim. I thought he did well with the substitutes today. Ruben Amorim talks so well. Yeah, he does, mate. I agree.
Casemiro substitution for Agate was at the right time. The Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw sub was at the right time. Rashford for Rasmus. Xerxes came on for Ericsson. He took Mount off for Garnacho. I thought he made the substitutions were fine. It just didn't change the game. We couldn't get any rhythm with the ball. The passing was so bad. Look, I said it in the game. When Sporting play, they create a lot of chances for their striker. We created one chance for our striker across the whole game. And that was the goal that we scored. So Stuart Wallace says, in a weird way, I think it's a good thing that Amorim got to witness the poor effect. If he's the right man, he'll start dropping players accordingly, says Stuart. When will it be said, as long as your leaders and Bruno and Rashford, the team will never move forward?
Right, okay. I think we listened enough to that one. So let's literally get on to another fan. Who should we do next? Oh, yeah. Another person I like, all things United. But yeah, he made some very good points there, Mark Goldbridge. I mean, we haven't always agreed on a lot of things, but I thought he's got a really good point in that video.
Manchester United have been horrendous yet again, drawing 1-1 away at Ipswich Town. Ruben Amorim's first match in charge of Manchester United has ended in a bad 1-1 draw. Not good enough for Manchester United. We've seen this new formation that I'm not a massive fan of, this three at the back formation. I've never been that much of a fan of it. but we've got to ride with it. Egghead had.
I mean, we tried it with, I think it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in this 3 at the back. I mean, in some games it works, and in some games it didn't. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, yeah?
To be sacked. There was no questions about it. We had to get rid of Egghead. And so we've got to deal with this formation. We've got to deal with these new tactics. And for a first game for Ruben Amorim, he's not going to be happy with that. He really isn't. Manchester United started off well. Good work by Ahmed. And Rashford finishing off well. But Manchester United have been poor. Another in goal has saved Manchester United from losing this match of football. Rashford not good enough, even though he scored. I mean, you're looking at the substitutes bench. I mean, I can't, at the moment, I'm not going to put the blame on Ruben Amorim. I know there's people on social media that are going to put the blame on him. I can't put the blame on him yet. When I'm sitting.
Well, you're an absolute idiot, you do. Literally, in his first game, you're going to put the blame on him, are you? Get out here, man.
In the fucking Muppets that are coming off that substitutes bench. I'm not a fan of a lot of these players that are coming off the substitutes bench. I mean, Zirkzee is fucking shit. I mean, you're bringing off the bench Rasmus Højlund, who has been fucking dog shit for me, for Manchester United. Mount, for me,
yeah, he's got to be doing a lot more Rasmus Højlund. There's no excuses.
Fucking binned off. You've got Anthony on the bench. So there is a lot of problems. I mean, you're starting 3 players, 2 in midfield, Casemiro and Eriksen, who really shouldn't be starting week in, week out for Manchester United as a pair in midfield, should they? You've got Johnny Evans still starting at the back. Yes, probably been Manchester United's best centre-back, but what does that say about Manchester United? It really doesn't say a lot that some of these players, Christian Eriksen and Johnny Evans, have probably been your best 2 players this season, and they're not good enough to be starting week in, week out for Manchester United if you're looking to move forward. It's going to...
To be fair, I think Christian Eriksen has had a decent season so far. I really do. He's put in some good performances. Man United fan, let's talk United on YouTube. Yep, I know him, mate.
Take a while to sort this mess out, and the problem is it's going to be a rebuilding job because Erik ten Hag has left this squad in absolute disarray. I mean, we should be doing better than we've done today. There's no denying it. I mean, this is against an Ipswich Town that have won 1 match all season, but they're up for it. They're at home, and to be fair, Ruud van Nistelrooy did have all them home games as Manchester United manager, and he won the majority of them, but they were all at home, so that was a bit different. Manchester United have been quite shit over the last year or so away from home, but I don't know, it's going to be a long road ahead.
Even at home as well, we've been abysmal.
We'll probably have a number of these games under Ruben Amorim before he can turn it, if or when he can turn this around. And that's why a lot of managers choose to come in and start at the start of a summer transfer window, because there's not too much Ruben Amorim can do along this Manchester United squad at this moment in time. He can't change a number of these players. And this is a massive rebuilding squad for Manchester United. That is it. It's a rebuilding job. And has he got the only problem with Ruben Amorim? Has he got the experience and know how to know which players to get, how to get players in the positions he wants? Has he done a big rebuild? He's never managed a big club at this moment in time, so that is going to be a massive concern for Manchester United. He has never done what is needed, a massive rebuild, because of the fact that how the squad has been left to fester under Erik ten Hag. It is really a poor squad. You look at the lack of goals Manchester United score, and it is dreadful. Only 1 again today. It is pretty poor, and basically it looks like Ruben Amorim may get out of this season is the fact that he can check out the players that he wants to keep and start to dwindle out and sway away the players that he doesn't want to keep. And I think there's probably a number of these players that he probably will think that he doesn't want to keep, because if Manchester United are to win the Premier League title in the next 3, 4, 5 years, I doubt many of these Muppets will still be at Manchester United, whether it's under Ruben Amorim or under a new coach in the next 4 or 5 years.
I hope not. Honestly, I sincerely hope not. If you want to compete for a title, you need to move on a lot of these players.
If we are to win the Premier League, which is a long stretch at this moment in time. In the next few years, I think a lot of these won't be here. I just don't. I mean, when Turks come on absolutely fucking poor for Manchester United. I mean, he did make substitutions quite early in that second half, but I mean, it is what it is for Manchester United. It's his first game in charge. Hopefully, the game against Bojo Clint in the week will be a bit better. I mean, we are at home in that game, so the emphasis is on Manchester United to go out there and attack and get the 3 points in that group. But this was a winnable fixture for Manchester United, and we haven't got the job done today. And if we're to get anywhere near them European places this season, we will need to win games in football like this to steer clear of that mid-table mediocrity that we've had under Erik ten Hag. I really don't know what else to say on this today. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not too confident. I don't really want to see. I mean, Ahmad done very well for that opening goal. He really did, but I don't really want to see Ahmad as a wing back as such for Manchester United. I want to see him bombing up and down as a wing back.
No, he's not a wing back. Definitely not. The position he's playing in before Ahmad, he did really well. So no, I don't really want to see him as a wing back.
Really, but maybe going forward, that is a role that he's going to be playing a lot more under Ruben Amorim. But
I mean, it could work. Who knows?
I personally have never been a massive fan of this three at the back system. I don't know if Manchester United. I don't personally think that Manchester United got the players. This is the problem. So will he stick with this or twist? I don't know. He's played this formation a lot over his most of his career. So we will have to just wait and see. Hopefully things will improve. But I think we are limited. I don't think that Manchester United improve a little bit, that even to a little bit degree, anything can be put really on Ruben Amorim until he gets his players in. When he gets his own players in next summer, that's when you can judge him. And if results and performances are like that, then it will be concerning. But for now, I don't think you can judge him, because this is that fucking muppet Erik ten Hag's players.
Absolutely, you cannot judge him yet. I mean, come on, man. Anyone judging Ruben Amorim right now? I mean, have a word with yourself, yeah? Seriously, have a word with yourself.
And the signings he made was so fucking shit that I don't think even Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp or any of them managers would get a massive tune out of this group of players at this moment in time. But it's what it is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.
Yeah, spot on. I agree a lot what was said on that video as well, 100%. It's got a really good point about Ahmad as well, you know. I'm not a huge fan of him playing in this position, but we're just going to have to wait and see if it works, yeah? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? But, you know, let's have a listen to what Ruben Amorim said in his post-match interview. Then I'm going to wrap this up.
Said on the TV that you thought the players were thinking too much. So the way they performed, did you expect them to perform better, or was that what you expected?
It's hard to expect anything now. It's like it's not a surprise, but you have to see it on in game. So that's why I was a little bit anxious.
I hope not, Adam. You know, because we need to see how it works out with Ruben instead of just getting rid of him very quickly. I mean, let's get it right. We need to experiment a bit to see if it's going to be a success.
Because you cannot understand what will happen in the game. I felt that they were trying. They were thinking too much during the game, and that is.
First half, yeah, we are really trying, but I agree. Second half, overthinking it.
Normal. We start very well, but then we should have more possession with the ball, kept more of the ball, and sometimes we had the ball in the defense.
100%. We were so sloppy at times, man. Honestly, just not sustainable.
The rest of the guys were too stuck because they were thinking where I should be. So. This is the first point. When we make a new structure and you are so clear on that, they need time to have some fluidity in the game. So I felt that, but it's through trainings, and
I mean, I don't think we're literally going to see the full impact of his system just yet. I think it'd take a couple games, realistically, for this system to gel into the players.
He did okay.
How do you address that? Because you've got a game on Thursday, then you have another game, and like there's no midweeks where you don't have matches. So
we have to find a way. I think the only way to do it is that we have.
I mean, literally now it's non-stop club football until the next international break in March. So all football clubs are in this situation. So they just have to manage through it.
Games, and the guys that don't play have trainings. Everybody's going to play, and everybody's going to be on the bench. So they have the feeling of the game, but they need to train. With this schedule, we need to rotate the team. So we'll try to use that to train, to improve the team and to win matches. So that's the point. Without time, we have to find the time, and I think this is the only way. Some of the guys is going to play. Some of the guys in the next day will work on our idea, and then they will change the position. Dave.
And what was the biggest thing for you that we learned about your players today? And what would be your message to the fans who make me feel frustrated that you didn't capitalise on the early goal and go on a win the game?
What I understood today is that they are trying. They are really trying. They stay in the positions. They receive the information and they try to use it in the game. That is very important. Even in the difficult moments, I felt that they were doing the things that we said for them to do. I know it's frustrating for the fans, but we are changing so much in this moment with a lot of games. We are going to suffer for a long period, and we will try to win games. This will take time, but I know we have to win games. We could win. We could.
I appreciate it's going to take time, this and that, but unfortunately these days you hardly get any time in football. Unfortunately, it's a harsh reality. I like him, Josh. I do as well.
Lose if it was not Onana, so we have to understand that and think and be pragmatical that these guys had 2 days to train and to change so much. Yeah, I think it's so clear for everybody. It saved us 2 times at least. And then one important thing in that he used to do so long.
When I do player ratings, Onana will be getting huge credit.
Balls, and he tried to connect with the players, and that was very good for me. I think he understood the idea. He did a great job.
Oh, Ruben, obviously you would have wanted to start with a win, but what did you make of the whole kind of experience, your first taste of English football, the atmosphere?
Yeah, the atmosphere, you are lucky, guys. You have the best, by far, the best league in the world, and you see this every weekend. But to tell you the truth, when the game starts,
Bloody hell. But you can already tell the difference between him and Eric Ten Hag. You know, he talks so much more sense than what Eric Ten Hag does. You're doing much this week, Josh, mate. Yeah, just usual, really, Adam. You know, do my football club, spend time with my social group, spend a bit of time with family. Yeah, usual stuff, really, mate. Wait, hang on.
like, it's the same thing since the 3rd division for here. I'm so focused on the game, and so I'm playing with my players inside the pitch. So you are lucky, guys. We have the best league in the world. Laurie.
You made some changes that I think people might not expect into the I'm playing back.
Yes, it is, Adam.
Then you change it throughout the game to 12 substitutions and personnel. Are you finding out about your players, what they're capable of, and what positions they might actually be able to do in this process?
Yeah, of course. You have to do it. Everybody.
I wondered when we're going to hear that word process. And there you have it. But not by Ruben Amorim, no, it's by the journalist.
He knows that we have a problem now with the central backs, but they are 3 defenders, 2 wingers, 2 midfielders, 2 number 10s, and 1 striker. But you change if you play Bruno Fernandes in the same position of Garnacho, it's a game completely different. And when we want, listen to you guys, a lot of Manchester United doesn't have a structure. We will have this situation of you see a structure and you will say that, oh, but it's not fluid. This is like steps. We have to put in these heads the structure. When they start thinking about the structure, they will play so much better. But we need time to do that. And during this time, we have to manage to win games, and that is very important. And I know that. James.
Ruben, Laurie's just mentioned Ahmad there. Obviously, more you have to audition for him as a right wing back, but there were lots of good things from him. What did you think of his performance?
I think it was very good. He improves a lot. He improved since these 3 days. He improved so much defensively. But for him, you have to the opponent that he had all the time was the left back. So it's like a winger that follows the left back. So what is so much easier, I think, because he doesn't have to think, can I jump in the central back or no? You just follow one guy and go forward with the same guy. And it's like a game man to man in that area. But I think he was so focused on everything. I think he did a great job. Yeah, all the team, but they are top players. You just put in the positions and then they do like 1-2, run with the ball, and then the good movement from Ash. And I think Garna was there also to score. Dalo was in the position, so the position was there. We managed to score. I know after that goal, with the confidence, we have to have more ball, and we could do it. Last question, Mark.
You speak about the players picking 2 goals. Is that a confidence issue because of the way the season's gone, because of big change?
No, it's different things. They are thinking too much because things are so different. Some details that they used to pass the ball and go forward. Even the central backs now they have to go back. This type of things they start going forward and they have to think too much. Dalo used to do it, pass the ball to central backs, go inside, play as a midfielder. Now he has to stick in this position. So it's hard for the players in 3 days to try to cope with everything. But we have 2 ways, or we forget about the new idea, and I think that's why I was here. I was brought here in the middle of the season, and we try to cope with the things that I used to do it.
If only you were appointed though in the summer, mate. Literally, you could have brought in your own players and that, and we would have been much better prepared. Now we're going to have to do it the hard way.
And next year, in the same stage, we'll be here with the same problems. Or we start now, we risk a little bit, we suffer a little bit, and in the next year, we will be better at this point. So we have to risk it a little bit. And they are thinking too much because we are changing too much with 2 trainings without space to improve in training. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Superb, absolutely superb. Answered the media spot on, honestly. I mean, they've asked him some tricky questions, but brilliant, absolutely amazing stuff. Well done, Ruben Amorim. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look to see if there's anyone lying who I like. Who's lying who I like? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look, guys. Who's lying? Who's lying who I like? And here we go. So, like, is there anyone like who I like? No, there isn't. So, yep, I'm going to wrap it up here. Big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. Thank you for your company this last hour or so. It's been absolutely fantastic. Look, a 1-1 draw. Is it a disaster? No. But is there room for improvement? Absolutely. There is a lot of work to do, and I'm sure Ruben Amorim is aware of this, and hopefully the players will get on Ruben Amorim's side and we can make this a success. But we're just going to have to wait and see, people, aren't we? But anyway, it's been a fun hour or so. I'm going to bid you a good night now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my football channel tomorrow night for Newcastle United against West Ham United live watch along. Make sure you're subscribing to my football channel. It is in the description of this video. Thank you all. Good night.